Hey everyone, my name is Erin and welcome to Everywhere on Earth with Erin travel channel. This video is part 2 of the foods and things you will want to try when you are in Jordan. Now, of course, you could probably find some of these things in whichever country you're living in if you go to any kind of Middle Eastern restaurant, or if you have a Middle Eastern friend that wants to cook this for you, that would be awesome too. So you'll find that like a lot of this stuff is more traditional to Jordan, but is very similar in other countries like Lebanon and Iran and Syria and even Egypt. So some of it's the same. Some of the food in this video I didn't actually get a chance to try because we were taken to more touristy restaurants with more westernized food, so I didn't get a chance to try some of these items, but I thought they were really cool. First of all, zarb. Okay, so zarb I did try. We tried this in the Wadi Rum desert camp. So basically what zarb is it's meat and sometimes like rice and vegetables cooked in the ground. So they put them over hot coals and then bury them in the under the desert sand. And then you've got this beautifully cooked and seasoned meat and possibly rice, whatever. Here's a picture of what we had at our camp in the desert. The meat is in there somewhere, but you know, like beautifully roasted potatoes and veggies and rice and pita. So like a pretty typical Jordanian style meal. Amazing. If you get a chance to have zarb, you have to have it. If you go to Wadi Rum, chances are that's what they will make for you. Then there's something called menakish, and it's known as like Arabic pizza. So it's like a dough and it's topped with za'atar, which is like an herb thyme spice mixture. It's mostly eaten plain like this. That's what it looks like with the spices on top. But apparently you can add this white cheese stuff and it's really good as well. Another one would be like mautabel. So it's kind of like baba ganoush, but the Jordanian version uses yogurt with the roasted eggplant and the tahine and garlic and lemon juice. So it's basically like an eggplant dish. So if you don't like eggplant, you probably won't want to try this. And then of course you're going to dip pita bread into it. Bread is a really huge part of culture in Jordan as well. So you're going to see pita bread with like everything. And so many people at home and in restaurants, they make like fresh pita. So that's really good. Another thing is called a galayat, which is like a soft stewed pureed tomato with garlic and olive oil, which a lot of stuff has. So you can just eat it on its own, or you can eat it obviously with like rice and bread. I didn't get to try that one, but that's a really cool thing to eat when you're there. Another thing called mujadara. Hope I'm saying it right. So this one is really good for vegetarians. So it's like vegetarian rice and lentils, and then you can top it with like onions and pine nuts, and it's a really good like hearty, healthy dish for you to try. Another popular one, which I'm sure you've had in your home country, would be shawarma. So basically it's like meat on a spit that's cooked. Popular would be like chicken and lamb and beef. Lamb is the main thing, and then they shave it off the meat, wrap it in the bread with like veggies and different sauces, I guess, basically. So you'd want to, yeah, like I've seen shawarma plates too, where like you just have that, and then it's, you know, but I think it's cooler to do it in a pita wrap. And also, speaking of things that you can put in bread, we're gonna talk about falafels. And so falafels are like balls of chickpea, of ground chickpea with like spices and flavoring. So you can eat them on their own, or you can put them in a sandwich. So some places just literally just put like a few falafels in a bun and there you go. But I did have one in Amman that was so good, and it had like, you know, some other like sauces on it and had some vegetables and lettuce, and oh my God, like it was to die for. So I don't know if you can get that everywhere, if that was like a special thing. Another like desserty type of thing, I guess, or like sweets, because you know there's lots of Jordanian sweets, is barazat cookies. So I brought some of these home to give to my friends. So it's basically like a sweet dough that doesn't have eggs in it. And then so it's put in like into these like cookies, and then there's like sesame seeds and pistachios and syrup. So it's kind of like a little, I don't know, seedy cookie basically, but they're really good and they're like a nice light snack for after dinner. Another thing that you will have, we'll talk about things to drink. So tea culture is very big in Jordan. You will see a lot of tea at Bedouin camps. Generally the tea is like a dark tea and it's sweet. So they will put a lot of sugar in it, which is fine with me because I love sugary tea. And then sometimes you'll add a bit of mint. So any kind of like tea with mint or whatever. Also, the tea culture in Jordan is like the coffee culture. So it's like very social. So if somebody offers you tea, like you say yes. And if they offer you a second cup of tea, you say yes until you just can't drink any more tea. But it's awesome. You'll love it. Now, as for alcohol, there's not a lot of alcohol because Jordan's more of a Muslim country. So there's not a lot of drinking there. But you can get beer. One of the two most popular beers would be Amstel. Here. This is the one that I had when I actually had beer, which was not very often. And then also Petra beer. So that one I'm assuming you can get in Petra. I didn't have one there, and they have a few different types of beer that they brew. So those are really popular ones in Jordan. And then finally, I'm gonna end with this. If you watched my video about Jordan souvenirs, you'll know that I brought this back. So here we go. So this is arak. And so this is, it's like anise flavored, so it's like a licorice taste, similar to ouzo if you've ever had ouzo. You could just sip it. It's super, super strong. I'm not gonna take a sip of it right now, but traditionally you would mix it with water. So you would have like 1 part of this arak and then 2 parts water. So then it's maybe a little easier to sip and you don't feel, I honestly, the first time I drank this, I had a shot of it and I was feeling like really weird. Like it's 50%. So yeah, you can imagine. Anyways, so that's that. So that's some more ideas of different foods that you can try when you're in Jordan. Hope you enjoyed that, and I hope I made you a little bit hungry and inspired you to either look up some recipes and cook these on your own, or find a restaurant wherever you live and try some of these dishes, or really just go to Jordan. Just eat them in Jordan, right? You don't worry about it. You want to worry about doing it here. You want to actually go to Jordan. Anyways, if you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. And that's it, everybody. Have an awesome day wherever you are. Take care. See you soon.